Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Truest Crime. This case is really sad and was brutal for no reason at all, and I'm sad that this happened to somebody so young, and the schools just do not do anything about it until it's too late, and I'm even sad that this had to happen to begin with. So let's get right into the case. So sit down, grab a snack, and let's take a deep dive into the Truest Crime. This case in particular, when researching it, I was not able to get a lot of information, just the basic information of what happened, who committed the crime, and that's pretty much it. But this case in particular is about a 14-year-old boy by the name of Devan Bracci-Selvey. He was from Ontario, Canada, and he was a high school student. It does not state what high school he went to, but I do know from the research that I did that he was a high school student. Devan went to Sir Winston Secondary School, again in Ontario, Canada. All three of the perpetrators in this case would also attend Sir Winston Secondary School. But the three individuals would be the people who would bully Devan, and it would be a set of brothers, one 14, so the same age as Devan, and then one 18, who was obviously an adult at the time, and then a unrelated 16-year-old girl. All three of them would just bully poor Devan so much, and he didn't know why, and it shouldn't have happened. It really shouldn't have. As Devan would be chased, he was trying to get to his mother's car, as she said for him to be in the parking lot, and while he was being chased, the 16-year-old girl mentioned earlier would then taunt him to hit her. And he would then tell her, "I can't hit you, I wasn't raised that way." And as he then started to approach his mother's car, he would end up being stabbed by one person, and they are not totally sure which one of them had stabbed Devan. There was not much information on the three kids who did this, and as far as I know, all of the information that I'm giving in this video is what I know to the best of my knowledge from what I read on the Wikipedia about this case in particular. It just pretty much stated everything that I'm telling you guys, and there's really nothing else except for the incident itself, as well as the charges that were given to these kids once they were prosecuted. A lot of this recollection was coming from Devan's mother specifically, and this is what she remembered and was able to give out to police when they would arrive. But again, like I said, they didn't really know who had stabbed Devan, but he would be stabbed by one singular perpetrator. And that was all I was able to really find about the actual incident itself, except for the bear mace attack and him being chased to his mother's car. And on October 8th, the day after Devan's death, they would actually find out there was another person involved with what had happened to Devan, a 16-year-old boy, and then the 16-year-old girl that had taunted Devan to hit her. And obviously they were outstanding suspects. And also the 14 and 18-year-old were charged with first-degree murder. Ultimately, the 18-year-old got a suspended sentence of 15 months of probation. And obviously, Devan's family was not satisfied with this sentence, and honestly, I wouldn't be either if my family had ever been in that situation. I wouldn't have been satisfied with that outcome either. But there was now a total of 4 people who were involved in Devan's death. Devan's sister would also start a GoFundMe fundraiser to help obviously raise funds for Devan's funeral, and she would also go on to say that her brother was a shy, quiet kid, but that he was a kind person. And I feel bad that his entire family had to go through such a tremendous loss, and that Devan, had his life taken the way that it was taken from him. And as I've said before on this channel, the bullying just is out of control. And not only, has it been around for such a long time, but it gets worse and worse the longer people have access to the internet, or, obviously, school-age kids and things like that. It's just getting to a point where it's just out of control. So now I want to talk about my feelings and my thoughts on this case. And for anybody who's watched my videos, you guys know how I feel about bullying, and you know that I am totally against it, and I myself have been bullied before, and it was not fun, and I would not wish being bullied on anybody, because that's just not fair for somebody to be judged because of who they are. It's not right. And, there are people that are picked on because of their weight, or that they have a physical disability or an intellectual disability, or they're part of the LGBTQIA plus community, and that's just not right. People are born the way that they are, and you, me, nobody else can change the way that a person is, because it's human biology, it's human nature for people to love who they love, or have the disabilities that they have. It's not something that they can help. It's the way they were born. And I've said this in other videos as well, and I hate that bullying exists in the first place, and why people have to be so judgmental. It just doesn't make sense why other people feel entitled to judge other people when they themselves are not perfect. I also have a strong stance against children having access to weapons such as knives or, pew-pews. And I don't think that they should be allowed to have access to that at such a young age. Even being 18 years old, I do not think that, 18-year-old kids should be allowed to have access to that. I don't think they should be allowed to go into that kind of store and be able to walk out with one the same day. Obviously, depending where they are during the, during the time of which they're committing that crime. I'm against weapons in general. I mean, obviously, I know that people need to be able to protect themselves, but, with all the violence that goes on in schools these days, I just want children to be protected, and even in cases of bullying where, weapons are involved and there's, a death that occurs because of somebody's decision, that has a lot to do with the fact that they have access to these things. Either their parents have it and they are subjected to seeing that all the time and things like that. It's not right. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I'm just one person with an opinion that is, against things like that. But I want people to be protected, so if they have to have things like that for protection, I'm all for that. But in terms of like using it against somebody for malicious purposes, I don't like it. And again, that's just my opinion, and you guys are all allowed to have your own opinions. I'm not speaking against anybody's opinion. That is just my own personal opinion. And this is where I leave this video. And I just want to give you guys a quick little announcement. I will not be able to upload a video on Friday, May 17th, as I will be out of town attending my college graduation. And so the video will be uploaded Saturday, May 18th. I just want to make sure that you guys know that ahead of time, so that way when it comes time for the video to be uploaded, you guys are not wondering why I didn't upload on that Friday. So just letting you guys know real quick. Thank you everyone for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. And again, this channel is about giving people a voice who are no longer here to advocate for themselves. And I hope that, any victims' families who may watch this or anything, I hope that I can do their case justice and be able to provide a sense of comfort for anybody who is also going through something like that and, needs a safe space to come to. And that's what my channel is here for. And again, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps my channel and it helps me be able to make more content like this for you guys. And I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I will see you in another episode of The Truest Crime.